All right, how we doing? Another day here. If you guys traded today, y'all know kind of balanced a little bit in supply zone after we had the first, I don't know, 45 minutes to an hour um, rip from open prices. Let's go ahead and get started. Same supply zones as yesterday. We have this 15-minute, 30-minute, and 90. Give y'all a glimpse. 15-minute, where you at? Got that 15-minute right here from a few weeks ago. Say 30 or 45? 30. All right. Back over here from a few weeks ago as well, a couple days before that 15. And then a 90 right here that we've struggled. Well, we've struggled to get through all three of these the past couple of days, but struggled with this one today. Then above that, we have a 4-hour. That, maybe we'll get to tomorrow. On the demand side, got a few zones that created the past couple days. Focus on these two. We've got a solid 45 here. Created yesterday. And a 2-hour/90. It looks good on both time frames. Before the open, I guess that's kind of when it started before the open, but it didn't really take effect until after this basing candle, or after this rip candle, which happened about an hour and a half after the open. You can see it on the 92. Boom. Once this candle closed, actually, sorry, about 30 minutes after the open. Once this candle closed at 9 a.m. Central Time, confirm that this is now a demand zone. If it comes back down and tests this level, could be a great long entry. Of course, if it looks strong and selling isn't present. All right. Also, overnight highs right here, right? Overnight lows. So off the get-go, basically ripped right over overnight highs. I'm going to take off VWAP because we didn't even get close to it really all day today. It's just going to clutter it. Ripped right over overnight highs. Had a quick balance through this one, actually right over overnight highs and through the supply zone as well, which rejected us the past couple of days. And so right off the get-go, that is now gone. Consolidated over where that supply was. And for about, 15, 20 minutes, had a little bit of trouble with this 30-minute zone until it didn't. No reason to short here, right? After this rip with volume, it still looks pretty strong, so there's no reason to short unless you get some weakness and then it breaks down below this low or somewhere, or probably overnight highs. And then after this consolidation, just broke right through that 30-minute zone, right? Here we are. So another supply zone gone. So we know today's probably going to be a strong day after breaking through those supply zones that gave us trouble the past couple of days. Once we got into this 90-minute zone, it struggled a little bit more than these two zones. And I should note that volume was kind of light through the morning session for the first hour or two. So that kind of tells us that it may be a balanced day after it gets its, first initial move, whether that's to the upside or the downside. Here it was the upside, obviously. And here's our high day at 45.05. And then for the rest of the afternoon, it basically just balanced between that low 4,500s, 45.05, to about 44.90. So once it got up here, you could be looking for a little short, which is where I got my play. I knew today was a strong day, uptrend wise. I also knew that since the volume was light, it may be kind of balanced, which is exactly what happened. So I'm okay with shorting because I know there may not be too much continuation, but just know that since it's kind of a balanced day and the volume is low, I don't expect this to drop all the way down here, especially because we created demand down here. If it does, great, but I'm going to take my profits quick if I'm on the short side. which is exactly what happened. Let me get these boxes out of the way. I saw a peak right here, low 5-minute buying, right, indicating my first sign of weakness. We're in supply, second sign of weakness. I saw, where are we on the 1-minute chart? Especially after this tumble. I mean, that's major weakness after trying to break this high right here. Couldn't hold, collapsed. Third sign of weakness. All you can do is look for your confirmations, and then once you get those confirmations, hit it. As close as you can to your risk level, which mine would have been the high day right here. So I took a short somewhere around here in these lower highs zones, and then I think I was around here, so I had to sit through about 20 minutes of consolidation, but since I believe in my strategy, you can't stress over it. Just know if it goes and does stop you out above that previous high, then so be it. You made a good play, and that's all you can do. So I sat in that consolidation for about 20 minutes or so, and then it finally fell down and broke a previous low. Cut it for about 10 points as after this fall, it consolidated for about 5, I don't know, 7 minutes, close to 10, and then broke down that consolidation low, but couldn't hold. Once I saw it come right back up, that was a sign of strength, and buyers were coming back in, so I went ahead and cut it for about 10 points. The rest of the day, I wasn't going to short and try a little scalp again, just in case it did want to continue after bouncing back right here, but it didn't. It just, balanced for the rest of the day, basically. Towards the end of the day, it tried to break. I mean, it did break high day, but it couldn't hold. Let's see. Yeah, it was a hard rejection down over here. I was actually surprised it came down this low, and then they propped it right back over 4,500 again. After that hard rejection, it was holding up pretty well right now after hours. We're about an hour or so in the overnight session. But another day where we're just looking at for our zones, making sure our zones are well, and then playing off of them. Once it gets into that zone, if it's a supply zone, look for weakness, short it. Take profits at either the next demand zone, or which would be here, or whenever you see buyers start to come back in, which is what I did. Like I said, I was okay with it because today was a balanced day. I wanted to take my profits quick, which is exactly what happened. So it looks like we're kind of consolidating in this zone right now, which is a good sign for bulls. It makes it less reliable that it's going to hold. So it's got about 10 points left until it breaks. Then after that, we get about that 4-hour zone at 45.35. So we'll see if we get there in the overnight session. I wouldn't advise going long in this, but it does look okay. I would probably wait for this next zone to hit up at 45.35. And then once you see some weakness there, you can reject off of it and maybe get a pretty good short. But overall, pretty good day. Not a whole lot of action, but we got a good play off of it, so that's all we can ask for. Until tomorrow, I'll see y'all then.